Hey folks, this is Jimmy up on the mountain with some stones for you. I wanted to show you some personal hitting stones. This one has a skull on it. Isn't that cool? It's got the teeth. Almost looks like a skull and crossbones. Let me show you this one because it has a nice bevel on it. It's got the notch on the bottom. Nice bevel on the front. Round bit like that. This is a similar one, a little more crude. It's got the same round bit, the bevel. It's got the notch, attaching it to a piece of wood. This is a similar one with the skull on it. A little more crude, but it's got the notch on the bottom. I think a stick would have been tied like that. Make that one work. Scary one because it's got the skull on it. This is a pretty large one. Looks like a hand axe that was beaten, but it isn't. You can see on the bottom it's carefully pecked out and shaped. That's the way it looks to me. It made into this shape, and it's definitely a hammer of some kind. I don't know if it was put onto a stick or not, but it's a powerful weapon. You just held in your hand. This is a more primitive tool, and you can see how it comes to a bevel. It's been knocked off on both sides. It's pretty cool. It's just a flattish stone that was made into a hand axe. This one was found in a tree root out back, and it's the same thing pretty much. The back end. This one is kind of cool because it has, if you can see it, this has the face of whoever made it. You can see there's his eye right there. Get a better look at it. That would be the bridge of his nose, his forehead, top of his head, his eye. It's got the bevel. It was found in a tree root out back that had been blown over by a storm. The tree root was sitting on a ledge, so it wasn't up there too good. And very nice color stone. And they're all similar. They all have the notches. This is a little different. This is a little different, just to show you something a little different. This looks a little more primitive or just quickly made, but it has a nice bevel on it. And it fits in your hand, and I guess you could chop roots with it, whatever you needed to use it for. This was shaped very nicely, so I don't know. It was thrown around. And this is a really nice one with the bevel on it. They all have that notch cut out on the bottom. You can see it's like a square bit on the back, where I believe it was plugged into a piece of wood. Then you'd have that. Isn't that cool? This is Jimmy on the mountain, where giants used to roam, and people carved skeletons in their weapons. Isn't that cool? Thank you everyone for watching. Jimmy on the Mountain.